Kush and Cow Show. Kush and Cow Show. Kush and Cow Show. It's the Kush and Cow Show.
Come on, brother.
Hagaji?
Yes, sir.
You see it?
You there?
We back outside
Yes,
again.
man.
You see it?
Yeah, man.
Give thanks to the energy. We give thanks to being here.
It's alive.
Tonight is another banger, you know.
You see it?
Because as far as I'm concerned, we on the road to bangers right
Right.
now. We ain't playing with the
Yeah,
thing, right?
man.
Tonight is another banger. Tonight we have with our guests way. I personally, you see when it comes to work ethic, as a man could appreciate that. God, you know that.
Yeah.
You know when
Man
it comes
after
to
we had.
you understand?
Yeah.
And out of plenty of the brothers who try nothing in the industry, he's one of the person who I feel had the blueprint.
Yeah.
Because before anything else, he just give it to you all. And that is one of the key fundamentals to being a successful person in whatever you're doing. You see it?
True.
So tonight we are with none other than KJ.
Yeah, man.
Reality.
Yeah, man.
How about with you, guys?
Yeah, you know the thing go.
That's cool?
You know, I had to come in the
Oh,
Kush
yeah,
and couch.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see it?
You know, I don't do too much. Well, now how I have my own show.
Right.
I just try not to
Be all over the place.
Yeah, you know, but
So there's an exclusive.
say the Kush and couch.
Yeah, man.
I had
Yeah,
to come
they
and
are.
get my brother and them. I was trying to know the thing go. Yeah.
And that is one thing as a man also, as a man, I want to tell you thanks for. Because beyond Cushion Couch, we mash little works together in the life. And he's one of the men, if I say KG, we mashing. We mashing. I never had us to look for you. I never had us to call you twice. And
No.
you know them kind of thing?
Yeah.
So we give thanks here being here. But
Yeah,
as we
man.
say, this is Cushion Couch, you know, so let me play up something.
Man.
Let me get in the zone.
Yeah.
And
I tell myself for the new year, I try to calm down on the smoking, but again,
Cushion Couch.
beyond cushion.
You
Right.
understand? So the thing at that place.
You dig?
And well, we don't really waste no time there, boy, Benji.
Yeah.
But we here to reason, we here to hold our vibes. And tonight, I want to go in depth in a topic a lot of people touch on, but I see they touch on it lightly. They touch on it a kind of fearful way. As a man, let's talk straight up. They talk on it from a fearful kind of. And I know Coco in the sun. You see it? I publicly make it known that as a man, I appreciate the craft and certain things. It's just a certain energy state way into aligning with me.
Right.
You see it?
Correct.
But tonight I want to go into the whole Trinbad, the whole inception, the movement. I want to go in depth tonight. And the first place I want to start, because before we go there, let me give you an opportunity for those who don't know KG. You see it? Because we just always say on this platform, we creating works for the international market. And it go have people out there who ain't gonna know who is reality, who ain't gonna know who is KG and thing. And just take a brief time just to get them that.
First of all, I want to tell you that this,
Yeah, yeah.
I know what's going on there.
Quality.
I try not to cough while you're talking, but oh God, man.
Yeah, of course, I not near the light out there. Yeah, you could cough. Yeah, you could cough and think it's
Oh God.
part of the play.
Yeah. So as you say, you want to give them a chance to what? To get to know who is
Just
KG.
yeah, you know, you could get them a brief introduction to who is KG.
Well, I mean, is where you meet Matt, right? So a lot of people would meet me in different stages
Right.
of my career. So if you ask somebody, who's KG boy, they might be like, hey, that the producer boy from a Parima.
Scene.
Some might be like, that is my videographer.
Right.
You know, some might be like, hey, he's a bad artist, you know, I like his music. You know, some might be like, hey, that the man who helped me out when I need a little strengthening. You know, so it has so much different parts to KG. You know, but I came into the industry as an artist. You know, I always wanted to sing and to write music and that kind of vibes. But the strange thing about my journey is, even though I came in as an artist, what inspired me to come into the industry was a movie by the name of Hustle and Flow.
See.
I know if all you know that movie.
Yeah, the
Definite.
movie.
Yeah, man.
Right,
For sure.
you know,
Yeah.
I remember as a youth seeing that movie on the TV.
After hustle for a pen.
Yeah, you know, and that was like the first time I ever saw the blueprint to come into the industry. Because you know, growing up as a youth, you're just watching Marshall and you're watching everybody who was on up there already,
Natural.
and you want to know how how them reach there, you know, how they get to that stage, you know, how you just reach on a stage, how you just record a song, how you just, nobody never really
Yeah, the
teach.
process.
Nobody never teach with us youths, you know, we just see the finished product, you know.
And you see hustle and
and
flow.
flow
Yeah,
was
that.
like the blueprint. It was the first time I saw them and I see the egg crates on the wall.
Right.
What are egg crates for? Oh, songproofing. All right, cool. Then they was using some regular mics. They wasn't even using condenser microphones. They was using regular microphone, and it was plugged into a mixing board. That's the first time I ever see a mixing board too.
See.
You know, I also saw the keyboardist. They bring in the white boy who was playing the keys, so they showing you how he building the beat from scratch.
Yeah.
The movie was just amazing to me at that time.
And that was,
you know,
you would say that was the birth of
yeah,
KG.
I was like, what is this, boy?
Yeah.
I say, oh, so that is what it does do. And I think them days Amazon was now becoming a thing. And I order in my little mixing board. The same mixing board what I see on Hustle and Flow, I buy that.
Okay.
The same microphone I see, I
Yeah.
buy that. I went somewhere down Omera Road by one of them factory and them, and I get a set of egg crate. Somebody sent me down there, I get egg crate. So everything I see in the movie basically,
Yeah, emulate.
I turned my bedroom into a little home studio.
And this was around what time?
This
so
was
boy?
2007.
See.
Yeah. I now finished school.
Right.
Now finished school. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life.
Yeah.
But I always know I wanted to get into music. But I didn't come from a family of music. So as I say, I didn't have anybody around me to teach me how to come in. So when I see the movie,
Right.
it kind of, boom, it
Right.
kinda, you know?
It connect the
moment.
dots.
Yeah. I say,
Connect the
alright,
dots,
I say,
yeah.
alright. And I tell my mother and them, I let them know, you know, they what I want to do. And she was like, all right. And I buy up my little thing, and there I was start recording music. So even though I came in as an artist, what inspired me to come in wasn't singing. It was more,
The production side.
yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
And I see how he take his brethren and he record his brethren and the brethren make it into a star. I see the process of
Yeah,
creating
yeah,
a star
yeah,
basically.
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was what I was passionate about. So when I now jump into the music, even though I was singing my own songs, from day one, I started to grab men one time from the neighborhood. As soon as I open my laptop, the first time I record a song, it wasn't even my song. I record a man.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Because I was like, I want to see if I could do that too. You know? And I started to record, man, and started bringing people. Nessa Preppy was one of my first artists. You know?
Nessa.
Yeah, she was going to school. And right through she fighting in a Rayman thing. It had footage of Nessa Preppy fighting in a Rayman, real bad girl thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, you so good, like, we getting on so you know? And she let me know she's do poetry. And I say, you ever try to rap though? She say, nah, but I write poetry. I say, you know, rap is rhythm and poetry. Yes, putting it on a
On a
rhythm.
beat. Yeah.
And she was like, serious? I say, come and check me now, we go record a song. And I record a song for Nessa Preppy. We put it up on Facebook.
What song that was?
That was a freestyle that she do on Biggie Dead Wrong instrumental.
Right.
You know, and we just upload it.
Yeah.
And obviously because it's a red girl
Yeah.
rapping
Catch a leg.
2007, 2008.
Yeah, catch a
People
leg.
like, wow, what is this boy? It's bad boy. Yeah, gangster thing she rapping to us. So they're like, wow, what is this boy?
Yeah.
And that way it start. That way like the vision of, you know.
Right. And
Yeah.
2024. Bring we to now.
Yeah.
Right?
So
KG now.
yeah, so I went through the whole journey, you know, from 2008,
Right.
coming all through. You know, I was an artist. I always had artists under me and artists rocking with me and a recording man and thing, but I wanted to be an artist, you know, so I went through the Soca Star thing, the Synergy TV Soca Star. That way I get my first little buzz and thing. People know who I was. People see me on the TV.
Now,
that kind of vibes.
Back in them days, Synergy
Yeah.
Superstar was the platform. That was
Yeah,
the
that was like the opportunity.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And being on a platform like that in them times, what I experienced was like for you.
But that was the greatest because I tried to get into Soca Star at least 3 times before that.
See.
I never get through.
Right.
The first time I went, I cried. I cried tears because I thought I was good enough, you know? And I didn't get through. That was like the first shock, like, it's not as
not
easy
what
as
you
you
do.
thought, boy. You can't buy start
Yeah.
up this recording. So I think, well, they the process, yes, buy up equipment, yes, record song, yes, reach up to a certain level,
And
you
yeah,
just get
artists
through.
and-
Because now everybody doing what you doing, innit?
Yeah,
So you think,
those-
well,
yeah.
once you doing this, they were going. That was my first I want to call it denial. Get my word fit. Like the first,
Reality
Your
check.
first stumbling block.
yeah, you know, that
It's your
kind of
first
way. The
stumbling.
first time somebody tell me, nah,
Yeah.
stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, wait, man, I cry from Port of Spain straight to remind the Maxi. I never forget that. I just cry. I can't stop crying. And I don't know why I can't stop crying. It
You
was
really wanted.
You're
it was
feeling
hurting.
wanted it.
I was about 17, 18, you know. And I continue. So I get through the soca star after a while. I cry again.
So
You
that
understand?
was singing soca or that was
Yeah, well, the soca star.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, bare soca, you understand? So I had to pen my song. Well, then this I done recording and things. So by this time now, I get better with mixing and all these things now.
right
Boy. So
by the third time around.
yeah. Like, I know I was going to get through the third time, you know, even though I was a little scared.
Right.
But it's like, I know I ready now.
Yeah. Put
You know,
enough
I already
work
know,
in
yeah.
that they really can't deny it.
Yeah. And I went and do the audition and I ended up getting through. They cut it, and I ended up getting through. And that when I get my first, you know,
Exposure.
yeah, but it was short because I was happy for a short time because I get through. And then when I end up in the competition now, that was another hurdle to cross because now you're in a competition.
Yeah.
Now you had to dress the part, walk the
Walk,
part, talk the part, perform proper. You had to, you know.
So the year that they get you, who is some of the people who was on La Casa? Yeah.
Well, that was the year with voice.
With voice.
Yeah.
Tough
so that-
against the big
yeah,
boys out
yeah.
there.
Take a wine on a alien. you know?
Yeah.
And that year was a tough year. You know, I didn't last too long in the competition. You know, right before the semi-finals, they sent me home.
That was it.
You know, and I thought, but any day, I get plenty recognition from there. And all I really wanted at that time in my career, I wanted people to know who I was and see who I was and that kind of vibe.
So that they could probably apply some moves and really get
Yeah.
where you need to be.
When I get sent home, and well, I put that behind me, soca star, come and go, and I continue doing the music. But the soca wasn't connecting with me. I know that I know what I wanted to do. That wasn't me. That wasn't who I was. I was just doing it because at that time, you ain't
That's the avenue. That's the only thing
you
you can
can't do no dancehall, you can't do no the reggae thing that come and go already, you know.
Right.
Around that time it was like a still time in the industry. It's like only soca. Men was trying to rap and think that plenty of rappers around.
Right.
I know I was rapping.
Make it up, man. All
Yeah, that was legends to we.
Yeah.
You know, it was me and Jay and them, you know. Talk what Jay was under my label, all kind of thing. When I had the label, them days, talk about Nessa Preppy days and thing. It was Nessa Preppy, Jay, our next man named Iron Long. You know, but Jay was one of them. That way I meet Jay. Yeah, that way I meet Jay. You know, he was a rapper on my label at that time. You know, but yeah, as I say, soca start come and go, and I realized, well, the soca wasn't for me, you know, and I had to make a choice, like what I wanted to do now.
Right.
And I say, boy, let me try the reggae dancehall thing, cause them days I had my little locks and thing. Right. So I was singing Rasta topics. I had songs like Rasta Love, and that was the kind of songs I was singing. I was trying to create a lane for myself. I'd always believed that as an artist, you had to find
What is your song?
who's you?
Yeah.
You know? And I felt like I could do the little youth man Rasta like how Orlando Octave and them was back in the days. I say, well, maybe I could do that at Kerry and then I say, maybe I could do that.
And there's some dancehall rhythms. Or
Reggae dance. Well,
reggae.
remember back in the days, well, I'm going to say back in the days, like if that was so long. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, back
it
in
had a
the-
reggae dancehall lane.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Now it's dancehall reggae.
Yeah.
But then it had the Egyptian thing and
Yeah,
the
more faster fusion of the thing.
reggae dancehall.
Right.
You know? And and I was singing my little love songs and thing and them kind of vibes, and people was feeling it. I was doing my thing. And then Magnum had a competition from Jamaica, which was the Magnum Kings and Queens of Dancehall,
Right.
which was a huge competition in
big,
Jamaica
big.
already.
Yeah.
You know, Reagan King, all of them
Yeah.
bust out of that.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
understand? And they come down Trinidad, and I see this audition on TV by chance. I went by the barber, and while I was there taking a mark, the TV was showing this commercial saying, you know, Magnum Kings and Queens, Miss Kitty, Scatter,
Yeah.
Professor Nuts, thing.
Yeah,
Them is the
yeah,
judges.
yeah,
I
yeah,
watching
yeah,
this thing, taking my mark and saying, what is this, boy? And the auditions was the next day, literally. So if I didn't go and take that mark, I would have never see that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I see it, and I watch it, and I say, this looking interesting, you know. a reggae dancehall competition in Trinidad, boy. Like, that bad.
Yeah, that.
Nobody never tell you about this, eh? So I say, like, nobody don't know about this, sir. So I end up going down 6 in the morning. I went down there very early. That's our next thing, too. I always knew that arriving early, you'll have a better shot at whatever it is, you know?
Facts.
So I reached early, about 7 in the morning, I done day. And out of about, like you said, 200 people, I was third to
Going and audition.
audition. So see how well I reached,
Yeah.
right? I third. And it was me and my brother Rasi. And we go on, I third, Rasi fourth. And right before we audition, Miss Kitty Day, Scatter Day, Professor Nuts Day, I say, jeez, boy, this serious, boy.
Yeah, that's a big
Real artist day, Zion Star Wars Day, all kind of thing. Real men watch that as a huge opportunity.
Zion Star.
Lady Lava was there, real people was there, dog. And I observing everybody around me. I tell myself, nah, I feel I had the edge over what I seeing around me.
Yeah.
And I remember going in the bathroom and I tell Rasi, I say, Rasi, I go in Jamaica, you know. Him nah, no. I say, but you have to go too.
Yeah.
I say, so here what going on? I say, we going and walk in there confident. I say, 2, we going and sing on key.
Yeah.
I say, don't forget that part. I say, most of these men here, I see, go in that audition and just sing.
Yeah, they're not going to hold hockey.
They don't understand this is an audition. It's a difference in it.
Yes,
Like, there's
definitely.
performing
Yes,
and
I-
you're auditioning.
Yes,
Definitely.
I say, sing on key, Rasi, and walk in there with confidence. I say, all right, bro. I go on in, I walk in. Good afternoon. Don't know blessings, Miss Kitty, blessings scatter.
Yeah.
Professor Nuts, big up yourself. You don't know my name is KG. And I dress in the part too,
Yes,
I come clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say, you don't know, you know. Come to do my song, All right, Miss Kitty, don't watch him away. Like, who's this little rude boy, man? You know, take.
Don't keep
Because men coming in the audition anyhow, you know. Men coming all how, men dressing all how, men moving all how.
Shy foot. Men not putting Nayak shy foot.
You understand? So I say, right. And I start to sing. And I sing my song perfect. I sing on key. I and all to myself did know. Yes, KG.
You hit
sing
it.
it.
Yeah.
You understand? And I choose a song that could push my voice. So they could hear my voice.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of men was coming. The raga raga. Again, this is an audition. How are you going to know if a man have talent?
Yeah.
By just raga raga.
Yeah.
You have to choose something where they could, you know,
Yeah,
boy, see the
yeah,
talent now, boy.
yeah,
And I choose a song that I knew if I sing this properly, they would have choose me. And I sing a song, and then my brother Rasi went next. And one part of the song, he sang off key. I hear it. He just off the key.
Yeah.
I say, oh, God. And but he right after me.
Yeah.
So obviously they will let him know now because there are about 200 men to audition.
Yeah,
and
because-
there's only 3 people they're looking for to go Jamaica.
Right.
You
And
understand?
they don't put you down already.
They don't
before
put me
you
down.
finish.
Yeah, so the
you-
first man was the glitch. The second man might glitch a little bit. The third man come do his thing. Right. They
Let
get
me
my
write it
blind.
down. Yeah, like-
4 now, you have to come better than me.
Yeah.
He glitch a little bit, you know. He and all know that, but he didn't get through. Wherever, I said this, say that what I call you. I think 2-3 months later, the call. KG, pack your bags. You're coming to Jamaica. Thing. I say, wow, bumbo that thing, right? Go on Jamaica to this competition. Meet us at a Jamaican youth, Devin the Doctor. And if all you know Devin the Doctor, he was the one who did win that
Yeah,
year.
before.
Yeah.
No, that year.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a song named Ribambi Ding Ding. I never heard that song. Anyway, he and I sat at a youth summit, but a very bad.
Yeah.
Like talent level.
Up there.
Dog, it was the first time I ever experienced that in my life because I come from Trinidad. So I hear in Trinidad, man, trying to do dancehall basically. You understand? And when I went there now and I hear how them was coming with it.
Authentic raw. Them doing it like natural, like it is. Yeah, because I them.
Oh, I call Rasi. Men hyping me, men telling me, dog, you gonna win that competition, boy. I'm ready for you, boy. I did it, man gassing me, dog.
Yeah.
When I reach now and I hear them, because we had to sing one more time before we went on stage and make sure we had no cursing and them, because it was on TV, so we had to make sure it was perfect. And the promoters and them was there and they was listening to me. And I hear them, man, I say, wait, boy, dog, boy, nah, boy. And I call my brother and I say, Rasi, boy, I said, these men real bad. Remember, I auditioned in Trinidad,
Yeah.
So me don't know who I going to meet in
out there.
Jamaica.
And
Now, but
anybody in meet out there is who don't get picked.
them,
So they make the best of the best.
Right,
Yeah.
correct. In Jamaica, though,
Yeah.
right? These men is 17, I think I talking about
Yeah.
18-year-old youth men and fiery, dog.
Oh.
And I called Rasta, I said, dog, these men real bad. He said, what you mean, boy? He said, nah, boy, you are in a bag, boy. You say that. I said, dog,
Men bad.
these men bad.
Yeah.
I said, we not ready yet.
Yeah.
Just so I tell him. He thought I was doubting myself. But I knew I
You
was
watching
seeing.
what you're seeing. Yeah, you're
Reality.
watching what
See, all right, I hear you, dog. That same night was the show. The whole of Trinidad, I'd get to see it on CNC True River. And he called me after. He said, dog, I see what you was telling me about. I said, dog, we have plenty work to do. And after the whole competition, I learned a lot, you know, because I was around them youths and them and understanding where the music was coming from.
Right.
It was coming from a real place. Men wasn't pretending to be each other and thing.
Nah.
You know, men wasn't watching Shaggy and saying, I want to be like Shaggy.
Nah,
No,
tried
men
to
was
create their
from
own lane and
men was from wherever they was from, and men was singing wherever them was experiencing, and I had no fear. It was also the first time I saw ghetto youths go in front of the so-called
big ups.
corporates or the so-called wherever and be the self. I didn't grow up in Trinidad seeing that.
Scene.
Trinidad had more
Pretensive nature, I think.
a clean cut industry.
Yeah.
Everything had to be clean. Men can't cuss on stage. Men can't do
Smoke.
nothing.
Men can't
Men don't
just- yeah,
smoke.
yeah.
Men going in interviews on radio station and talking like if they're from Westmoreland and thing, and you very well know you from Lavantil.
Yeah, facts.
You know that kind of way. So that what I was accustomed seeing. In Jamaica, I was seeing this raw thing in front of the corporate people. In front of the white people. I was like, no, this bad.
Yeah.
You know? And when I come back home now, and that was on my mind, you know, like that energy that I see. I was seeing men at Flambeau and thing when men run out on stage. Youth men, imagine you was 18 years old running out on a stage.
With Flambeau
and your
man.
brethren's burning bop,
Yeah.
shredding the crowd for you now.
Full support.
That is it there.
yeah.
That's what I want to see.
That
But in
whole
Trinidad,
concert experience, so we know from
in
before,
Trinidad,
man,
we do that, man, vex.
Yeah.
Auntie, why fire thing? So I was like, dog, they the real deal. And I went back home and I tell all my brethren about my experience, you know, like how the Jamaican dancehall energy
is.
was. I tell them about a man named Maximilian. He was a youth man too. And a man telling them, Maximilian, you are one of the biggest songs in the competition. He said, serious? He said, me not even know that. He said, because where I live in is house here, miles. Then our next house. He said, so me don't even know what going on.
Yeah.
And he sung big. And he living in country. He living in bush. He don't know what going on now. But
He don't even know if he never played these songs.
he don't
But
know.
he came here, he
You
never
understand?
heard.
But
Yeah.
them kind of things was just amazing. Man, like to see now the culture, how these youths and them love the music so much and was making this raw impact on the ground because it was real.
Yeah.
You know, and I come back home as I say and I tell everybody about it. And it was on my mind. And I end up scrolling on the Facebook and I see this youth named Prince Swani. That was the Facebook name, Prince Swani.
Right.
First of all, the name catch me one time. I said, I name bad boy. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean by Prince
yeah.
Swani. Boy. What's that, boy?
Tavaring.
Yeah. Then I go on through the pictures now and I see them young, about 15 or something. I just have on all these chains on the neck. Looking like ghetto royalty, a kind
Yeah.
of way. It was
Yeah.
like something I see in Jamaica, but just in wee way.
Trinidad version.
A Trinidad version right now, but it's like I was watching Popcorn or something, but in Trinidad. But I never hear music before, but I know he was an artist because going through his profile, I can see in that he does sing and whatever. And he just intrigued me. And I went to listen to the music, and as I always tell people, I never like the music. When I hear the music, it wasn't something that I was saying like, he real talented boy. It was more like, this real boy. This real raw boy. Like,
Yeah.
this is exactly what...
Them fellas.
If he
sing
did,
outside.
if he was in the competition, he would have
Mash.
mashed up Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, because I would have
Or
wanted
you get
to
a
see.
quicker fit.
I would have wanted to see, you know.
Yeah.
And I end up messaging him and I say, oh bro, I like your vibes, whatever. I wanna let me link up and do a song, you know. And he said, yeah, no scene. And I went tongue and I pick him up and I bring him up Arima. And the first song we ever record was My Team. Ever.
Right. So let me ask you this, Kushi, before you continue, right? This is before Trinbad, or
Of course.
this is
Because Swanee is who really started Trinidad.
right? So
You
right,
know?
cool.
So this was when, as I say, the industry was still,
Right.
and it was soca going on. I could tell you what was going on. Thing like it was Antilles rhythm, it was Voice did now get his little boss and thing. Turner did now get his boss
Right.
Pretty, and them fellas
Yeah.
was singing yeah. Naila baila mami
Yeah.
thing. I could tell you exactly what was going on because as a student at the games, I was observing everything that was going on and how we could have changed it now, boy.
See,
And I know that what I saw in Jamaica was the blueprint of what we needed to do.
yeah,
Yeah, we needed to come to the streets and just do it, like package it in a way that why we looking at Jamaica for that when we have it here. That is how I was watching it now, boy. We have that here too.
we could create that right here.
We had our get to youth energy here too.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we looking at them for the get to youth thing. And when it comes to we own, we kind of discriminating against it now.
That's what you're saying.
You know? So as I say, you know,
All the link up, all they do.
we do my team. First time we meet, them want know. Say, wait, boy. And I remember I used to always play that song for people, and nobody used to tell me it bad. You know, like you play a song for a bridge, and you can be like, oh, it's one bad, boy. You know,
Yeah.
thing. I used to always play it for men, and men never used to say it bad. But I used to know in my head, nah, boy, there's the formula here, there's the bongs here.
Yeah.
Never listen to nobody, never study nobody. And we dropped my team. And when we dropped my team, bro, that kind of changed my whole life. You know, when it comes to everything, like
Yeah.
everything. 2 months later, we dropped the Go For Them. And then like 2 months later, we dropped the Brother. You know, and that is when,
For me
Yeah.
personally, I think brother is where the thing went.
Yeah.
Because from brother, it was like it established. It
Yeah,
established
everybody
For sure.
did know.
that this-
everybody, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, this-
that when the bandwagon
this is
start,
the song.
everything.
Yeah.
This
you
is
know?
the song. This is the
Yeah.
new song we're coming out at Trinidad.
Yeah.
This is where it got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to me, brother, that song was.
But I just still say it's Go For Them. Even though I understand why people say it's Brother, because Brother was literally the song that the
Blow.
whole country
Yeah.
kind of did love
Yeah.
to now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the Go For Them was like when they had big up the B's and big up the C's, that was when we gave everybody attention basically.
Yeah, facts.
You know, because men was sleeping on men was sleeping on the vibes, men was sleeping on the ghetto thing, men was sleeping on everything, you know. And when that video dropped, we get 40,000 views in one day, you know, 24 hours. So
Yeah.
we knew that, jeez,
Yeah, that thing
you know,
gone.
like, damn.
Yeah, that B's and C's was the first time a community ever really get shout out and that kind of.
Yeah, I remember when I now link with Swanee and we do the My Team, then we do the Go For Them. It had certain people in the industry, so always be like, who's a youth man you link him with by singing Rasta City thing? Is that boy?
Yeah.
KG boy, forget that boy, don't work with that boy. That will never work, boy. Man used to tell me that. Man used to say that will never play on the radio. The radio will never play that kind of music. You
Yeah.
mad? Or if you like Jamaica.
Yeah.
But I know in my heart it would have work. You know, I always know that is what we needed in our industry for it to, if we wanted to look like other men thing, we had to
It
do it
come like,
real,
it
dog.
come like
It
you
work.
got opportunity to take a look into the future by getting that experience out there in that show.
Yeah.
Because you was able to see what was working out there,
Yeah.
what people was gravitating to.
Yeah.
And you come back with that concept now and align with somebody who bringing that energy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's you who went to, you know, KG, because somebody else might not take the script like how you take it and come and actually plant the seed and make it work now, you know? Yeah, man.
Because I tell men, I had to take a back step, you know. You understand? I was an artist, you know. I went Magnum Kings and Queens singing. I didn't go Magnum Kings and Queens as a producer. I was a manager.
like that, right.
I went as an artist. I tried to bust, dog.
Yeah.
You understand? And I see the blueprint and say, nah. You know, I could come home and put the scene. And I mean, it's all about teamwork too, because when I come home, I was trying to build a team because no one needed key men around me, like producers and certain vibes. And I end up, I think I was scrolling on Instagram and I see Jay
Right.
Dalis.
Yeah.
And I think he was building a little dancehall beat. Nice little bounce. And I messaged him and I said, dog, I like them beats, boy. He said, well, I was rock with a man named Max, you know?
Induction.
Empire,
Yeah.
that we name.
Yeah.
I said, ting. And I ended up going Belmont and we linked with them. And I let them fellas know exactly what we going to do. I say, we're going on, dog. We're going to take them rhythm. I have an artist named Swanee. I have an artist named Rasta. Well, I was still doing my thing them days.
Yeah.
You know? Kimmy. You know, and we just go and try to push the vibes. And, boy, when I see, like, Swanee kind of get the bus,
Yeah.
I pull back one time. I say, it's time for me to pull back, you know? I gonna go behind the youth now and
Push
push
the
them,
thing in a different
you know?
direction. Yeah.
Because I can't rock back and just say, I go and sing my song too. You know, I gonna try to bust. But I believe if I really do that, it would not go Trinbad today.
True.
Yeah.
And it might not have no KG either.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you look into introspection, as I said earlier, that change of event is kind of will shape you into the person who you is now. You see it? So it might not even have the KG, it might just
Nah.
have the KG, the artist.
Who's singing? Yeah, who
Yeah,
fighting up.
To try to fight up and then the real, you know, the reality of the thing is a tough artist already.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Catch a link in life, but
Yeah.
evolution is an important thing. So, you know, give thanks
Yeah.
to the evolution still.
Yeah. So I mean, that how the Trinbad
Right.
start, you know?
So, as I was asking you earlier on, right, to you, as a man who was there from the inception, from when anything first start, what does Trinbad mean to you?
Well, to me, Trinbad is just reality, you know, and reality is the name of my brand, you know.
So, yeah.
When I was trying to figure out what I could name, when I was reinventing myself, I was like, what name I could use now? And reality just come to my head because
Scene.
I look at everything from a real perspective, you know. That why a man really beat up and thing out there.
Yeah.
You know, it's a man who's complaining about the so-called mafia, it's a man who's complaining about who fighting them in the industry, it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
man
that's
who's
not
fight
easy.
and cry, and I was never that man, you know.
If people had forget about the so-called mafia, you bring it back up.
Yeah.
But we will get it.
No, but you know why I just bring up that so-called mafia
Nah, I
talk?
know,
Because I like to tickle them, dog.
Yeah.
Because nobody in a fighting nobody, brother.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to find a recipe. You have to find a way. You understand? Not
Yeah.
everybody go find the way. If all our we did find the way,
True.
everybody go find the way.
Yeah,
Nobody.
it would not even be wood.
Nobody. Nobody. So
Nah.
you had to find the way. And I, just tell men, I sit down amongst too many young, broken artists and see them reach the success. Though I sit down with Nessa Preppy in bedroom broken. I sit down with Voice in studio broken. I sit down with Swanee. All of them fellas though. Them fellas who making millions today and living the dream.
Right.
I sit down with these men right here, like how we sit down and whole our reasoning about life and music and plans that we going and do, and men do what I had to do and get through. So I could never be in that narrative with men. I understand that it have fight, you know. Life have fight on the whole.
Yeah.
But you see that crying, like if somebody holding you down, I don't like that kind of conversation.
Nah, because at the end of the day, it's boiled down to you. You have to get up and
Yeah.
Me and
play that
Voice,
work
me and
action.
Voice never talk about soca mafia. Like I record Cheers to Life, I record Far From Finish. These are songs that Voice come by me first, and we record these demos by me.
See it.
We never talk about soca mafia.
Right.
He used to always tell me, he used to say, KG, you feel if we bust, we gonna make the same mistakes what them men does make, boy. I remember Voice asking me that question, and I say never, boy, bro, boy. He say, I know.
Yeah.
I look at Voice today.
Yeah.
Voice killing them.
Yeah,
You understand?
Because in the back of his mind, he see the failures what happen.
Correct.
And
And his mindset now, boy. His mindset
yeah.
over everything. The things I see Voice do, I don't see all they're doing. I just work with a lot of them, and Voice much more committed than all you. He have much more discipline than all you. He's a better person than plenty of all you.
See.
Just the way how he does function, Swanee and all too, you know, like the way how he does function as a artist, like, come on, dog.
yeah, what is always.
You just know why these men where it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes those closest to you of who functioning around you, sometimes they doesn't realize that it's not that your pressure, you know, your thing, and it's that in your mind, you know exactly what it takes to get there.
Correct.
And sometimes you might mash a few toes in the process again a day, but that ain't nothing. Once a person can understand well,
Yeah.
it's for we to go forward then.
Yeah.
You know that kind of way?
Yeah.
It's for we to be able to reach where we have to reach because it's take a certain level of work. All right.
It does.
So let me just put it like this, right? The episode I are dropping Sunday. Between me and you, I have edited that episode 5 times already. Since the first finished edited copy. To me, like every time I watch it, I see something to improve. Till the
Yeah.
last thing I do was the thumbnail.
Yeah.
If you understand what I say, because
Yeah.
every time I watch it back, I see like something I coulda, and I just go back because I had the time to keep perfecting it then. But you know what I mean? I know when that come out, at least I could close my eye and worry and say, well, all right, yeah, that's
That's good.
Because
Yeah.
that level of work is where it's really take to really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get your day.
But back to what we were saying though, because you asked ma'am what Trinbad means to me now.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we reach.
Nah, but I know.
You're telling your story too.
I know.
Yeah. But as I say, reality, you know, reality
I-
was the brand and that kind of vibes, and you know, people will have all kind of different things to say about Trinbad, you know, but I just look at Trinbad as the reality. Another thing to the narrative is Trinbad is only gunman song, and
Right.
Trinbad is only gang music, and that
Right.
is not true.
Nah, that is
That's
definitely
apartheid.
not, that is definitely not true.
Yeah. That's apartheid, you know, so at any day is reality music. The gang warfare in Trinidad is real. It's a real thing, and it's a deep thing too. It's nothing that you could just talk and laugh about. It's something
Right.
that if you really go into the stories of just the gang warfare in Trinidad, you realize that, oh, this thing coming from so far back.
Generations
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, so far
Yeah.
back, you know.
Generations back, yeah.
Plenty people brother dead,
Yes,
plenty
aye,
people
plenty.
sister dead,
Uncle and father get
children dead,
Yeah.
weird stories in the
Yes.
streets, dark stories,
dark, yeah.
campfire stories, you understand? So Trinbad is that, you know, Trinbad is just the reality, and you mightn't like what you see, but that don't mean it's not real. And that is why I appreciate Trinbad regardless of what now.
because
you
it's
know?
the reality.
It's just the reality. It's just the reality.
And from where the things start, right? Because I was just saying that on the last episode and all that. For me, when the thing starts, it starts with a real unity-driven kind of vibes.
It was
behind
one link as
one
K
link,
Lion
one
said.
chain, that
Yeah.
kind of vibes, right? Because I had the privilege, you know what I mean, touching little one or two things in the early and see the response of the people, see the crowds, see the youths and them come with the team and see the kind of work they was putting in,
Right.
them kind of
Yeah,
thing, right? And the thing was looking good. It was
Real good.
No,
Proper.
I just always tell people the reason why Trinbad reach as far as it reach is because the level of work them youths was putting in was unheard of in this country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was
sure.
20 and 30,000 people that was rallying on that one song in a as kids say in a day.
Yeah, in a day.
Sometimes the first set of millions we know in videos in Trinidad from, let me tell you something, from go straight back from David Rodard and them days, Kitchener and them days, brother, come straight back up to the regular stars, thing. The first set of millions we know on YouTube is from Trinidad.
Trinbad.
Trinbad,
Yeah,
yeah.
like quick millions
For
too.
sure. Yeah, quick.
Let me keep it on Judd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Not diminishing none of the work, none of the grades, or the reggae version and them
Yeah.
14.
Just
But we
talking
just
numbers.
talking numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time Trinidad, because let me tell you something, it take even before Trinidad wasn't recognized on YouTube as a monetized
Place.
country.
Yeah.
You had to open my YouTube platform out in America. To eat,
Get
you
your
know.
funds, yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah, Trinbad do so much good for Trinidad too, you know, even
Yeah.
though it had the bad parts, you know, but I remember how it was because I was a youth coming up, you know, so I was looking for the opportunities. I had none, you know, and Trinbad opened so much, like there's so much producers now that have a name just because of Trinbad.
Yeah.
There's so much graphic artists that have a name
Yeah.
because of Trinbad. Dog, it's a regular men, like who was just men on the streets, dog.
Yeah,
who is
somebody
them
today.
is wet men on Instagram and thing. Them have an opportunity now to play the face now because of Trinbad.
And it give enough youths, and this is one of the things where I kind of did like about it. It give enough youths the opportunity to be somebody.
Yeah.
For the mother to feel proud of them, for them to even try to help
Yeah.
their mother. You know, them kind of way, them kind of vibes. So yeah.
So you did expect all that violence to come from the thing?
Boy, that break my heart. I been real because in the early years that wasn't the vision, obviously. And I mean, I see how it start musically. You know, sometimes I just want to give this story, you know, and sometimes I'll be like, boy, get a story, boy.
Well, there's Christian culture, there's reason, you know, we keep it on short, you know what I mean?
I mean, people already know what transpired, you know, as in the sense of Trinbad was one, you know, all the artists. Men probably didn't like each other low key and thing, but
Right.
it had a respect, you know, and men was one. Men know that it was Trinbad. Look for the Soca Monarch.
Yeah.
All of them was on stage
everybody
together.
come out and do the thing
You
together.
know, it had no war thing. And then I remember Swanee and Rebel had a small riff all of a sudden. You know, so I would be shooting videos for Swanee, you know, and
Yeah.
Med's Boss and Jelano and on that side of things, you know. And I wasn't shooting videos for the quote unquote 6 men. But that would look, right? I was shooting videos for one group of people. But it's really because Swanee and Rebel had a riff. And I remember Swanee tell me, I can't shoot no videos for Rebel and them because you don't know,
Yeah.
me and he not good.
Yeah.
You know? And I remember Rebel used to see me in Bonnie, and every time he see me, he go ask me, I want a video, boy. Because let me tell you something too. When I shoot Brother, about Rebel in that video,
Yeah.
right? Rebel stand up right there.
Yeah.
Rebel see how Swanee boss. He had a front row seat. Because he's a very ambitious youth too.
Yes, sir.
And when you have ambition, you don't observe, you don't see the plays, while another man go be sleeping.
Yeah.
Another man is studying KG, no?
Taking notes.
Another man is studying KG. KG is just a cameraman.
Yeah.
Rebel seeing, oh, KG coming up here with the camera, shooting Sunday evening and Monday morning video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like magic.
Uh-huh.
Them days.
Yeah.
Men watching that like magic, you know. Men saying, this man functioning. Like, I used to do that rapidly.
Yeah, I remember,
Like, we used to be live on the beatum, shooting videos, why and them live, yeah, boy, video shoot, boy. And the fans and them, yeah, poop, 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 when the video drop in. And by the time you wake up in the morning, the video in your face.
outside, million-
How you go stop that?
Yeah. Yeah.
How you go stop that? So that was the kind of plays that was happening. And as I always say, Rebel see it front row. He see this man come up in the hood, shoot this video for this man, bust it the next day. Now this man is a star. Because you say, brother was.
Yeah.
What's
So he come
the
like
thing
he
that-
see
yeah.
the blueprint now. And
Yeah.
he always used to see, man, KG boy, I need a video boy, but he know well. I don't get the word that I can't shoot videos
Because them time you're riding on
all
the-
you have a riff. And I used to
the
break
riding.
my heart because I always wanted to shoot a video for Rebel, you know, always. I used to always see, well, you know Lion, I was a
Yeah.
man good with his cinematography, like,
Yes, sir.
I know how to float a gimbal.
Yeah.
And I used to always see myself floating around the 6 sign on Rebel face. You know, like seeing that imagery and seeing
yeah,
what I would I do.
Yeah,
you know?
I cannot know where it's
Yeah, you know.
cannot be jealous.
What I would I do now, boy? Because I
Yeah.
never see, because to me, imagery is everything, you know.
Yeah. True.
And Swanee boss, because the way how I was shooting Swanee at that time,
Yeah.
dog,
It
I was
wasn't
making them
happening.
men look bad.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
You know?
revolutionary. Yeah.
Yeah, I was making them men look tough. I was making them men look 3D kind of way. Like, man was watching and saying, woo!
Yeah.
It's bad boy, you know, like he swing round the dog, you know, with a big AR-15. I was saying that it was action movie.
And them days,
you know,
them days, gimbal and all them kind of
it
things.
wasn't really.
That
you
not
know,
everybody have a
no,
gimbal.
you
Nah,
know,
so when you
no.
see that man gimbal shots
And
and things
I
in
was
them
shooting
days.
with Sony and thing too.
Yeah.
So the look at the camera, everything was just different in them times now.
Yeah.
And I used to always say, you know, I always want to shoot a video for Rebel because I know how I could have probably make him look with my camera skill.
Yeah.
I never see him look how he was supposed to look.
Facts.
He was Rebel 6.
Yeah, they are
you know,
keep it-
I was floating around that 6 on his face for sure.
Yeah.
When he says 6,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you understand? Come now, big flambeau, but them this is flambeau.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
Bob spray. If I have Bob spray in the video them
Yeah,
days, I would
yeah.
have a Bob spray behind me and I float
And
around
just
that.
light it
And you
right
see that
there.
fire,
Yeah,
dog.
that's what-
You understand?
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So I couldn't do it, you know? Well, I wouldn't say I couldn't do it.
You didn't get the
I
opportunity.
shouldn't have well, I didn't do it. But I couldn't do it because you don't know. You know,
Yeah,
I
camera.
relate with the dog and
Yeah.
his loyalty and any day.
Yeah.
And I remember I was shooting a video for Swanee in Bonnie and and Rebel show up on the video shoot. Just so. And boy, it's fight.
You said
You know, his box out face and
With-
all kind of
With Swanee and Rebel.
Swanee, Rebel, Iceland, Plumpy, Meds Boss.
Right.
That was the 5 main men on the scene.
Right.
The rest of men was little,
Scooby Zarro.
yeah, little Scoobies are wrong. I was there with my camera. I had 2-3 bedroom with me there too. That kind of vibes. And yeah, that actually have a tape. Like somebody taped that. A girl who was not up on the street. She taped the whole situation.
Yeah.
And that's why I always say big up to Swanee, because at that time Swanee could have released that video and Swanee literally say nah. You understand? He say nah, forget
like,
her.
yeah,
Another man busting that video
Yeah.
because
nice show of you.
the trample rebel basically.
Right.
The
Because it's
trample
more
him.
them. It's more them.
They trample him, right?
Yeah.
And he had to run and all kind of mad thing, and you know that was a big deal. And after that now, that when Rebel went and sing, tell them bring the war come, not about like King Tyson,
Yeah.
and I when everything started.
See,
You understand? And from there, it just went downhill though.
You ever know what that fight was for?
Well,
Epiphany.
no, real is real,
Real is real.
you know,
Yeah.
and they just history we talking here any
Yeah,
day,
because the
you
story
know.
has to be told.
Yeah, yeah,
So it
yeah.
have to be told. Yeah, man.
You know the thing is, you know,
Yeah.
as a dancer genre, as a competitive genre.
Yeah, it's
And I
lyric.
feel like Rebel was always competitive with Swanee because he know he had the potential to rise up to where Swanee was at that time now.
Right.
So they would always have that kind of bickering thing. Obviously, they had the things behind the scenes, you know, man does fought for girl and all kind of thing and da 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 da. But I would say when we were shooting the video that same day, Swanee posts a picture and by Rebel from Bonnie.
Yeah.
Right? Swanee not from Bonnie.
Right. So it come like a on your ends.
Swanee come in Bonnie and he posts a picture with he and the Killies and them in Bonnie.
On our man ends.
And he posts the picture and he say Bumpton. You understand?
Right.
I don't know. Obviously, you don't know what I'm going to do. That's starting back on all day. And I think Rebel see the picture and he show up on the video shoot to show, well, I could come on your video shoot.
Yeah, what
now.
you mean?
Because he come with 2 men. 2, I think them men RIP. But he come with 2 men and, you know, it was supposed to be to me, it was supposed to be a standoff. Like, men was supposed to come between and part.
Right.
And that didn't happen now, boy.
Right.
I think Rebel thought that what would have happened. He just come to
Grand Chad.
show Swanee,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
post Bumpton,
Yeah.
I go show you, he's the king of Bumpton.
Look
You
at here on
understand?
the
Look at here. And then when I come and say, oh God, dog, totally bigger than that boy, figure than that boy.
but nobody wasn't
And that
there to
didn't
step
happen,
in.
dog. Men not on that. Men find that disrespect. And boy,
Nigga moment.
brother, that was a...
You go on and have a cartoon and watch them fella and them what is called the black kid man and them boy.
Boondocks. Yeah.
Right?
Young niggas.
Nah, Boondocks.
Oh, Boondocks,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Bulldogs they say that a moment. It's called it nigga moment, man.
Yeah.
With 2 black man, they'll just car.
Yeah.
Walk away, then
Yeah, that was good, that was good.
chop off a whole seat.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah, well, true that. Obviously, you know, men go pick side and thing.
Yeah.
And it is like I'm saying that is the reason why men had a dead and thing, eh?
Nah.
But that was when the kind of rivalry started
It's when
because
started
Trinbad was
separation.
one link.
Right, that will create
Yeah.
separation.
That created, yeah, Rebels had to say 6, Swanee, Z-Tech, and
Right.
this and that. And it just started to go downhill from there, boy.
And you ever get, you like, I know, like, because, you know, it's
Yeah.
dreadness are going.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Police or everything, and that never happen like that.
Of course, because from the time you start to affiliate yourself, men gonna start to watch your way.
Right.
The only good thing I would say though is I used to always carry myself with respect now, boy.
Right.
So men could make the assumptions and say, yeah, you rocking with them fellas, so da, but not knowing that I was never that kind of man. I always used to study the music and video. I never used to go down in tongue and just drink punch with man and thing.
Right.
That
Yeah.
was
Not-
never
not-
my
yeah,
vibes
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
When I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
around
yeah.
them men, it was camera.
Works.
Recording
Yeah.
with this, that. After the video, we go take a while time, I go rock back to the first for a little while.
Yeah.
And then I go in my
then
house
get
better.
the one that you
You
get
understand? So I was never on that, but people used to make them assumptions. So yeah, that 1 or 2 times law enforcement,
I know
come
it
with
have-
warrant and thing. You understand? For
Oh,
guns
my
and
you.
ammunition. Yeah. And I remember the first time they come, they walk in and say, Khalif Graves, we have a warrant here for you, the guns and ammunition, whatever. And I watch you and I say, me, yeah? I say, me? And I when I realize, wait, boy, this thing,
Yeah.
The
this thing
association.
dread, boy.
Yeah.
You know, and then they come again. And then when I realize, I had to do something different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that creates some kind of separation between you and
Yeah, and I started to speak out, because before I never used to talk.
Okay.
I just used to do my thing behind the scenes, and I was KG, and I was the man who does shoot them flicks and thing, but me ain't talking about that,
right.
And I started to realize that you need to use your voice more now, but you need to let people know who you is as a person, because
So
the
that
thing
you won't
can-
get mistaken for the
Yeah.
balance of everybody.
because I believe a lot of them youths misunderstood, you understand?
Sure.
Because I knew I was misunderstood. Them youths and them don't know how to talk. So they don't know how to explain themselves and explain their life now, boy. If you explain what's going on, we will understand.
Yes, I.
But they're just fighting it and going through what they're going through by themselves, and then having no real conversations.
But
so I started to talk out.
Sometimes 2 kg, nobody really taking the time to
To show them anything.
Yeah.
To listen.
Yeah.
Because you could only inspire somebody to talk by providing an ear for them to
Yeah.
hear them and know.
True.
Yeah.
You see it? Because some of the youths and them dread willing to come out and
Yeah. Now a lot of them very misunderstood,
But nobody ain't gain them that voice now, boy, you know?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Like I watching Bob Marley movie the other day, right? And they're showing you, how we get gunshot and,
Yeah. Yeah.
when you're driving Bob Marley house is gunman. They like if he is a bad man,
Yeah.
that kind of way.
And I just protection.
And it showed me that is where the Trinbad industry very misunderstood now. Like, once you're impactful in the streets, in the inner cities,
Yeah.
once you highly impactful, it can be positively or negatively,
Yeah.
you would always have to watch your back. You would always have to look out for that element. Somebody want to take you out. They take out Malcolm X, they take out
Yeah.
all them fellas
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they was
yeah,
impactful in a certain genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
In a
for
certain
sure.
place
Yeah.
where these things that happen now, boy.
And you say
You
Bob
understand?
too. And it's
Yeah.
not only the you don't have to watch your back too. Some of the gangsters just come and want to protect you.
Yeah.
Where hear stories
Yeah.
are men going in the studio after Bob and them leave and then
Yeah.
the radio and them know, hey,
Yeah.
play that song,
Right,
Take
right,
that. And
yeah.
Bob have no affiliation.
It's a
with it.
lifestyle now.
Yeah.
It's a culture. It's a certain type of tribe now. And I
Sometimes
think that
people believe in their
Daiwa.
thing.
Yeah. Daiwa.
Even the dread men.
Yeah.
So like I have a virgin, as a matter of fact, that is him right on the wall, rest in peace, right? One of my closest friends, Kevy. Kevy was you know what I mean? Rude boy.
Right.
But he was one of the only person in my earlier part of my journey who would sit down with me for 4 or 5 hours while I editing a piece of work. And keep building a roll on and
Yeah.
me ever so often
Yeah.
telling me, boy, they all way out, you know.
Yeah.
There's your way to.
Inspiring you and
There's your.
everything.
And I just say
He's
this,
a good friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
good
Even
friend.
though he have
That-
that side to him now.
Bro, that was one
Dog,
of my biggest
and you
motivations.
know
bro.
how hurtful, and that is why when I start to speak out, people start to come around me now, because they start to find like, Because I mean, I rarely defend Trinbad. I mean, Trinbad, I'm a pendant, all kind of thing, dog. I rarely defend Trinbad now. I defend Trinbad when mad thing was going on. I was still trying to keep it up and try to make people believe in it still and don't give up on it now.
Also on some of the most important forums, some of the most important places.
Yeah, I was on CNC3.
Come on.
Yeah, so I'm watching them fellas dead in the face, dog. And them know, hey, or they don't understand what's going on here, dog. Stay out of this deeper than what you think it is. We need to fix so many other things first before you come to Trinbad now, boy.
Right. So as you said, Lamarck said this, right? Now, Trinbad is a music and a movement, right? But is just a very small part of the bigger problem.
Of course.
Right? And the bigger problem on the whole is the lack of any care for life anymore. Because we could switch it up, we could put it from all different angles, but really and truly it boiled down to a place where the respect, the love for life going out the door because I'm going to take a life for nothing. I'm going to take the life of a old lady, a child, a woman. It has no rules again.
I still feel that it's like a symptom too, because if we go to the root, that's why you can't blame the music or the Trinbad or the youths or the artists. Everybody responsible for themselves. But if you really check back to the root of how much oppression, programming, what really went in to create the society that we living in the first place.
Even if you want to bring it small and say, what create Trinbad? Trinbad is a set of youths that if all it open the gate in the soca fraternity, because everybody wanted to be Bungie, everybody wanted to be Marshall.
Right.
We never get a chance to be. You understand? So we had to
forge your way.
Fight your way. But them will give me forward in the soca, I sure. Prince Swan, he could be who? All of them would be singing soca.
Yeah. But they play gatekeepers and they try to keep back the thing. Now, that is a real different perspective, because here what I'm saying, I never really hear nobody spinning from that.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
You see it? And it make a lot of sense what you say, because if the doors had opened up in the industry and it was not a gatekeeping situation and as we say, a soca mafia. If it wasn't that, then we would have never had no need for the youth.
KG might not end up in Jamaica.
Come on, it would not have no need.
I would not be on that. I sure.
And go nowhere.
Most Trinbad artists used to sing soca, like a Jalano, used to sing reggae. Man used to sing different music. The last dog. Right now, the majority of artists in Trinbad singing bad man music because it's a trend. They're not singing bad man music because that's what them does sing. A lot of them, 90% of them, right?
Yeah.
Swanee and them was singing bad man music. When I meet them was little youth men in town singing bad man music fully.
Right.
I was meeting other youth men, and when I go by them, they not what them was focusing on. Yes, they might have bad man tracks in it, but it wasn't focusing on bad man music.
It was more positive.
Man, not singing music. Man, not singing music. It's Swanee and them was singing that. So when I started to put the camera on that, and that get million views, and that chain thing, and men just start to do that. You understand?
Yeah.
But if I did put the camera on a soca youth, and he did bust, or I did put a camera on an R&B youth, and he did bust, everybody would have want to sing R&B. You understand? But it's the bad man thing that work. You understand? Like it literally just work now.
So between me and you think that it's only because the bad man thing appealing is why we here?
Of course.
Having this conversation even now?
Of course.
Because let me be honest, I said that the other day that it had no problem with the movement. It's the lyrical content. Right?
Because dancehall.
And the only how the lyrical content could change is if the lyrical consumption change. And I stand on that.
The people like the people.
Yeah, what the people want.
It's the people
who consuming the thing, if unless them.
The men that's playing naive, dog. It's the people, dog.
The people
sick. the people brain sick.
Sick.
That is what them want to hear, boy.
Right.
That is what them want to see, boy.
Yes, I. Yes.
Because we just try to get them other thing too. That was say Trinidad is not only bad man thing.
Yeah.
But as a
Men just try to
society,
do
we
all
brain
kind of
sick.
thing. Yeah, we brain sick though.
Come on, we
we
had
just like that
chicken.
kind of flick.
Because
We
let
love
me be
that.
honest, right? If we take it to a radio station,
Yeah.
a radio station have a playlist.
Yeah.
Them have a rotation you have to hop on, you know. It's not like, you know, that kind of way. It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
a man just waking up and playing random songs we feel like and think. It might have like 4 or 5, then we say it might have like 10 songs. We must play in that rotation. It is be upon the board.
Yeah.
You see, them song must play with it in
Yeah.
rotation, right? But reality is, bro, is that how the conscious thing, or then getting the forward, or then pulling it
Yeah.
up, or then squeezing the effect state, or then getting the amount of energy, right? The negative thing, or then gaining that energy. But yet still, all come and say, well, the negative thing causing problems. No, the negative thing not causing problems, only causing majority of the problems.
Yeah.
Because all they're giving it out into the space.
Yeah, video funny because you see the reggae used to play all through the day, just like any other genre. But then they kind of box it up into this reggae hour or these type of
No, but-
things. So other things get more airplay along the day.
No, but look, we talk about men like Jelano and them fellas
Yeah.
and them, right? Jelano had one of the biggest reggae / dancehall songs,
Yeah.
even up to this date, even up to now. But it's not at the top of a man playlist.
Yeah.
A man rather go look. A couple days ago, I in KFC and Jada Kingdom song, Twinkle or whatever thing, playing in KFC, and the cocky part and all them things. That coming across the speaker. So here, no, I remember as a big man.
Yeah.
For me, I could just hear that and go about my regular business.
Yeah.
But what about if you come inside that day with your 3-year-old child or your 5-year-old child?
Yeah. That was radio. That's
That playing over the...
Nah, I feel them just playing
So
that.
they're playing that from YouTube.
Right.
But they're playing over the external speakers. So think about what I'm saying there. Even as a society,
Yeah.
we doing murder caution again.
Correct.
Yeah, that normal, that small thing.
They just blaming the artist now, boy. You can't do that.
Because it was convenient, even if I don't know if I don't want to say the government use the Trinbad as a scapegoat,
Yeah.
as an excuse for the violence and
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? But a lot of people would love to use that as a excuse and don't really face the reality of the situation.
And that the hurtful part.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Because when I see the artists and them, I just see pure talent, you know.
Yeah.
Just like you, I could see the future, the big things happening. Because even past music, we'll be creating figureheads and entertainers and people who could do so
Correct.
much
Correct,
for us
correct.
now as a nation or as an industry, you know. Yeah, man.
And on that point, you know, we you think is the future the whole Trinidad thing?
Where we going?
We going with it.
Boy.
If it going anyway, or if it has,
Yeah, cause I mean Trinidad still here.
if it had to
You know?
rebrand and come again.
But I feel like it's an individual thing, yes, because I think like Trinidad will never go away. You know, we create a lane, because Trinidad is really just a lane now for young dancehall artists now. Before, like, it didn't have a lane for we. Like, if you're singing dancehall,
Yeah.
nobody's studying you. Now you could brand yourself and say, yeah, Trinidad. You could go all over the world and say, I'm a Trinidad artist.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not a dancehall artist. You're not from Jamaica.
See.
You're from Trinidad.
Right.
And you're a Trinidad artist. And the world gonna know what is that when you say, oh, Rebel 6, Prince Swanee.
You think that a good title for a man to call himself out? Eh?
Yeah, well, I mean.
Let me with the
In what way? In what way?
with the way it is now, the way it is seen, because KJ, let me be realistic, right?
Yeah.
Because the truth is the truth, and that is
Yeah,
the
of
worst
course.
sense, right?
Of course.
Now, in the thing, it might have individual artists who holding our order and everybody thinking.
Right.
As David said the other day, you know, all the little violence and the thing, it hold up now. Man,
Yeah.
trying to do a different thing, and we appreciate that.
Right.
But let me be real. The image that was painted about the thing is not a very nice one.
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? as you say, I'm like your voice now good for speaking out and bringing the light to people.
Yeah.
But the image that is attached to the thing. So for a man to walk out there now in a foreign way, because look at how much artists.
Well, remember in foreign,
No, no.
remember outside of Trinidad. I think it's only in Trinidad that people, quote unquote, scared of it now. Boy.
No, KJ, because look at this. Look at
Yeah.
the Caribbean regionally right here.
Right.
Look at how much countries banning the artists. Look at how much countries turning back the artists and not playing
So,
the music.
so you mean like in that way, as in
Because
you don't want to brand yourself with the Trinidad because it could close
Yeah,
doors.
Right, doors for you,
basically.
because I'm not talking about the individual, I'm talking about the
Well,
overall brand.
Well, yes, you're right. But I also believe too that every man had a whole own order too now, boy.
Yeah.
So, like me, for instance, I just still rep my Trinidad.
Right.
And I know,
Rightfully,
right,
yeah.
and I know that will come with grievances, and that will come with a certain energy. Like men might judge me because of that, or
Right.
certain people might not want to deal with me because I mean I deal with a lot of people, and the person will be like, hey, so, I have a link for you for this, and then they will come back and tell me. The person asks me if you and them gang thing and thing.
Yeah.
I fed up get her.
Yeah.
You know? But the most of the time now, the person who are dealing with, like we say, is you.
Yeah.
Say me and you dealing with
Yeah.
Digicel.
Yeah.
And you come back and say, KG boy, the woman say she feel like in a gang thing because she see a Trinbad chain or some
Right.
kind of thing.
Right.
What you going and say now? You going to be like, nah,
Nah.
KG.
No.
Because I really not in gang thing.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
So to me, every man had to hold their own order. If you know you in gang thing, brother, you have to
Right.
take what coming to you, you know.
Right.